So, hi, right? Welcome to Bollywood Live for the very first time.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Imran. Really, really nice being here and super excited, man.
I like the setup that's there in the room. You're sitting in your studio right now while we're talking with you.
I am, yes. This is a little space that I've created for myself over the few years, slowly, gradually. And I think it's super important for an artist to have his own space, where he's comfortable and where you can be creative,
Mhm.
ideate, and stuff like that. So this is that little room of mine.
Wow. So, tell me how this room has been a boon for you during the lockdown. How often do you visit this room? Like,
Oh, to be honest, I have only started visiting this room now in August. Till now, I was working from home. It's actually yesterday was the first day I came here and probably said yesterday. I mean, this weekend was the first time I came here and set up everything. Because before that, we were on a strict lockdown, so I didn't want to step out of the house much.
Mhm.
But now that things have eased up a little bit, I am stepping out, but I'm coming here alone, keeping very minimal access to people, etc. Just because I wanted a little bit of a space for myself.
It's good to be back, right?
But
When you enter the room, it's good to be back.
totally, the vibe is completely changed. It feels really good, and I feel a lot more energized because there's like this freshness now because you're working on things now again, and now you're looking at it from a very different like perspective. I feel.
I understand that, right? Okay, cool. Let's talk about the movie Dil Bechara. Tell me first of all, have you seen the movie?
Of course, I have. I was fortunate enough to get a chance to work on it as a music supervisor too. So I had a chance to see it a lot of times actually because we worked on the score of the film as well. Rahman sir worked on it, so we in turn worked on it too. And yeah, I have had a chance to see the movie from the beginning, like
Okay,
from
but when
probably
the
two
movie
years ago.
came out, it's such a special movie for everyone right now. So tell me, what were your emotions at that time for the first time you saw the movie while with everyone like watching the whole world is watching? What was going on in
Yeah, I
your mind
mean,
at that time?
I think it's extremely bittersweet. I think when over the last 2 years we've been working on the film, I've been very close to it, and I've seen the movie a lot of times, but especially watching it with family when it released, I was it was a bittersweet feeling because of whatever happened, and you really, really watch it and feel really emotional towards Manny as a character, and of course Sushant sir. But more than that, I feel I felt really a good emotional connect with the film, which is I think what most people did feel too, and that's why it's done so well. So I'm really, really happy about that. I'm really glad.
Wow, that's amazing. So what was going on in your mind at that time, Hriday? Because you have worked closely on this film, right? While performing, while seeing him for the very last time performing for anything, and your song
Yeah.
that you had perform on that as well. What was the emotion at that time? Like you'll be never seeing him perform again on any of your songs.
Yeah, I mean, I was extremely choked. You feel like this. You feel weird. I can't explain it. It's a feeling where, like I said, it's very bittersweet because I was really happy to hear my voice up there, and um, for people to, I mean, whoever was sitting with me and watching, or the kind of comments I was getting, the love that we were getting for the film, for the music, the love that Sushant sir got for his performance and for being a beautiful soul that he was. So I felt very it felt very unreal, and you couldn't imagine that you're not going to be seeing him again. Yeah.
Yes, you're right. Nobody can imagine that. So on that note, can we hear a few lines of it, and we can remember him once again together? Like, can we do that?
Oh, of course. Yeah, sure. I'd love to. Hmm, तुम ना हुए मेरे तो क्या तुम ना हुए मेरे तो क्या मैं तुम्हारा मैं तुम्हारा मैं तुम्हारा रहा मेरे चंदा मैं तुम्हारा सितारा रहा रिश्ता रहा बस रेत का ऐ समंदर मैं तुम्हारा किनारा रहा मैं तुम्हारा मैं तुम्हारा तुम्हारा रहा
Wow. such a soulful song. The
Yes,
best
it
part
is.
about the song is like you are collaborating with A.R. Rahman sir as well. So I want to know everything and everything what went behind the producing. What was happening at that time, and tell me about the bonding you
This
guys might have created while working on the song.
there's so much to say. I always say working with Rahman sir is like it's a treat, because you get to see so much and the best of the best things. So from literally the first time we heard this composition, it was played on a piano, and so just played it, and we recorded it and we started working on the tune, and we fell in love instantaneously because such a pure beautiful melody. um, and I know this because somebody else has told me this, that a melody that can be played on any instrument and still connects with you is a melody that stays forever. It's like one of those pure beautiful. So this was one of those. And I think it was with this song, it was quite an interesting gradual feeling, because when the song came up, I think this was one of the first few songs to be cracked for the film, and Amitabh sir wrote beautiful lyrics to it,
Right.
and Mukesh sir really loved the song right in the beginning. um so I don't think we did too much after that. Like it the purity of it existed in the simplicity of it. So we, like, from the scratch version to the final version, there's probably very little that was done to it, because it just had the right amount of beauty and love that sir had given it to it. So I'm really fortunate. So initially, I think because this song is very important to the film, and kind of, if you guys have watched the film, it's like a kind of drives the plot line of the film in the first half at least.
Correct.
So Mukesh sir was, obviously very, very, um, you know, intricate about the details he gave me about the film, what the song means, and I'm really glad that he did that, because it was helpful for me to create a vibe and a space for the song while singing it also.
I really can't get over the song. It still plays in my head, and after you playing, it's just going in my head.
Thank you so much.
So, all right. But you also had a chance to sing with
Sorry.
Sunidhi ma'am in this particular
Yeah.
movie, right? There was another song that you had sung, and it was called what the song was called.
Maskhari.
I mean, yeah,
Maskhari. Yeah.
right, right.
That's actually a really fun song, and again, that has a really fun story to it too. In fact, that's one of the like last songs to come up for the film, like that
Mhm,
sir composed for the film, and he composed it with visuals in mind. So the visuals are already there, and
mhm.
uh, he kind of came up with this melody, and what was very cool about Maskhari was he just let me be. So he
All
said,
right.
"You do what you want. This is your song. You have fun with it. And he let me free. And I think the song is very me, Maskhari, because that's
Mhm,
the sort of song that is a song like probably even I would make, in
right.
that space. So I think I had a lot of freedom to come
Mhm,
up with ideas for it, and me and uh, the other music supervisor who worked on the film with me, Hiral, we both also actually kind of came up with a lot of harmonies and counterpoints for a melody and made it
mhm.
really interesting. So this was a treat. And of course, singing alongside and watching Sunidhi ma'am sing is, uh, I would say, a blessing. So I got a chance to sit in on her recording too.
Mhm.
Uh, and man, what a treat. And I had a smile on my face. Like, I think I my jaw was hurting after, because I was so happy to hear her sing live and give the song that energy and give it a vibe that it needed. So,
Right.
and she's great. She's really sweet. She was amazing, um, and so quick, man. Like, I mean, that's the best part about like some of the playback singers that we have in our country. They are just amazing. They're so quick and so talented. It was amazing.
True. True that. See, Hriday, this movie has been important for everyone. I can say from the fans' view, from your perspective, from our perspective, it's been important for everyone. So I want to know if Sushant was still there, and after watching the movie, what would you have said it to him after watching this movie? Just if in case.
I would have probably gone up and wanted to give him a hug and thank him for like giving everything that he gave to this film. Or actually, to be very honest, Sushant, to me also, you know, has been quite a symbol of strength. And like, because obviously, like, he's done so much beautiful work, and from Kai Poche till Dil Bechara, I've seen every film of his, to be honest. Seen
Right.
every film of his, and I've always loved his work. I've loved that boy next door charm that he had, and I would have loved to meet him. And on a human to human level, I wish I could have. It's really sad. But definitely, I would have like to thank him for doing this film so beautifully, giving it his all. Because you can see it, like when you watch his performance, that he's really,
True.
really done a lot of character study. And yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. This was really a heart-to-heart conversation that we were doing right now, but I have to break it, and I have a segment that I have to do with you right now. So this is called
Okay.
lockdown questions. All right. This is called because I
Okay.
was
Okay.
enjoying our conversation, so I'm like, oh, I need to cut it now. We have to do the segment. So the
Yeah.
second segment that I have with me right now is called the lockdown questions. All right. Since we all were trapped in at our home,
Okay.
okay, people want to know what celebrities or
Correct.
singers and everyone are up to while they're at home. Okay, so the first question I normally get is like, if you had a chance to choose your quarantine partner or a lockdown partner, who would you choose as your partner for this?
Oh, Rahman sir, dude. 100%. I would have loved to have him as my partner and chilled with him, worked with him, learned so much from him. Definitely. I mean, I honestly, I came back 2 days before the lockdown happened to Bombay, just on an intuition that I was in Chennai with sir. We were working on some other stuff, and I was like, I think sir, I'll go back for a week and come back, because I think the whole situation is a little scary right now. So he said, hey, I know you must let health first, go take care of yourself, etc. So I came back, and then I've not been able to go back to Chennai since. But I would have loved to hang out with him and learn so much. I would have been
Cool,
the
good,
best
good one.
experience.
All right, tell me if you have you discovered any hidden talent that you have apart from producing music or singing, anything else?
I I uh, I think I have a acumen for cooking. I'm really lazy. I'm extremely lazy, so I don't do it. But I made a meal for my folks and for myself in the lockdown in the middle twice, and they turned out to be really good. So I think I could, if I put my head to it, I really, really can be a good cook.
All right, okay, good one. So tell me, since we all were locked in at home and we had to do all the things by ourselves, all right. So which is
Yeah.
the thing that you like to do and hated to do? So jhadu, pocha, bartan, katka, everything included.
So I did Bartan a couple of times, and that's quite painful. Let me tell you, like also because I'm a tall guy, right? And
Yeah.
all these things are slightly low, so I have to kind of bend into. So I was just like dying every time I had to do Bartan, but it was fun. It was fun. I mean, to be honest, like when it's done as an experience, everything turns out to be fun because you're like enjoying the newness of it, because um but yeah, and also I'm a guy who's like lived in boarding school. I have lived alone for a year or two
Mhm.
in Chennai, so I kind of nothing came completely out of surprise to me and like extreme newness. And what I've loved to do during this lockdown is, to be very honest, cycling has become a big thing for me now. Like I try and take out 1 hour a day and cycle. So it's a good like form of fitness also, and I get to go out and get some fresh air, explore a little in my
Mhm.
own bubble, obviously, because I'm on my cycle with my mask and my headphones on. But yeah, it's great. It's good fun.
Okay. All right. Tell me, what shows are you currently binge watching, or you recommend your fans to go ahead and check out those shows?
I watch really, really weird shows, man. So I've been
No
watching,
problem.
like, there are these. So I watch all these animated shows like South Park, Archer, BoJack Horseman.
BoJack
These
Horseman is
are
a
these are
great
the
one.
ones I love. BoJack Horseman. I mean, so I watch all these kind of shows. But yeah, like I've recently watched. Let me think of a show. Oh, I mean, I have watched this show a while ago, but I kind of binged watched it a little bit again, and it's one of the best shows I've seen in a really, really long time. It's called Marvelous Mrs. Maisel on Amazon Prime.
Right.
What a show! I mean, the character, all the character sketches, the way it's treated, the dialogue writing, beautiful, like amazing, and performances. That girl
Right.
who's playing Mrs. Maisel is just outstanding. And I think in In our world, I think I really enjoyed Loot Case. I watched Loot Case the other day on
That's
Hotstar,
crazy.
and
That's
it's
that's a
a
crazy one,
ride.
right?
What a ride! I couldn't stop laughing. I think my throat was hurting after that movie because I laughed so much. We all were just like laughing a lot.
Actually, we needed that kind of movie, during this such
Yeah,
difficult time. We needed such movie to watch. It was amazing chatting with you, man. So once the
anytime.
lockdown is over, we'll do this in person again.
Yeah, we should. We definitely should.
All right. I hope you enjoyed the interview.
I did. I did. Great chatting with you. A lot of fun. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, man. Best of luck. See you.
See you. Take care. Bye.